Another way to solve our quadratic functions is by completing the square. All right, here's our steps, and we're going to walk through this first example, going through each step. So our first step is rewrite it as ax squared plus bx equals c. So this time we want our x's on one side and our c on one side. So if you look at this example, we've got a, b, and c all on this side. So I need to move this c over here. How do I do that? It's adding 56. I'm going to subtract 56 to both sides. So I'm left with x squared minus 18x equals negative 56. Now, I am going to, divide both sides by our a, because we really want it in the form x squared plus bx equals c, meaning we don't want a number or an a in front of our x squared. This example, we already have it like that, so we don't need to do step 2. So what does step 3 say? Step 3 says, now we're going to complete the, I wrote that on the wrong line, square, by taking half of b, and then we're going to square it, and then we're going to add it to both sides. Sounds like a lot. So what is b? So b is our negative 18. We are going to take half of it, so we're going to divide that by 2. Which is negative 9. Then I'm going to take negative 9 and square that. And when I square negative 9, I get positive 81. Now I'm going to add this to both sides. So that means, let's add it to both sides. We've got x squared minus 18x plus 81 equals negative 56 plus 81. I need to simplify this side, so we've got x squared minus 18x plus 81 equals negative 56 plus 81 is 25. Now I'm going to factor this. So here's the deal. We haven't talked about perfect square trinomials, but by us completing the square, that means that this is going to be a perfect square trinomial, meaning that both of my factors are going to be the exact same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square root of the c of 81, and that's going to be our number. And then I have to look at my signs. So remember, this 81 gets me by timesing 9 times 9. How do I get a positive 81? Either both of them have to be plus or both of them have to be minus. If this middle term is minus, then they both have to be minus. So since our factors are both the same, I can write it like this: x minus 9 squared, since that's what this means. X minus 9 times x minus 9, that's the same thing. So then I can do what we were doing and take the square root of both sides. And remember, that leaves me with x minus 9. The square root of 25, the factors are 5 times 5, pulling out the pair is 5. It's plus or minus 5, remember? Plus or minus 5. So I need to add 9. So x equals 9 plus or minus 5. So I need to do both of those. I am taking up all of this space. So x is going to equal 9 plus 5 and 9 minus 5. So 14 and 4. So let's write that. I have x equals 4 and 14. Final answer. Okay. Oh, we forgot. I forgot to finish our steps up here. So we need to factor the perfect square trinomial. And then we took the square root of both sides. And then I solved both equations. And finally, we simplified. Let us try another example. All right, rewrite as ax plus bx equals c. It's already written like that for us. We don't have to move anything. Step 1 is done. Now I'm going to divide both sides by the a. This time, there is an a. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Remember, when I'm doing this, I have to take 3 divided by 3 and negative 30 divided by 3. I cannot just divide it off of the x squared because I have 2 terms up here. So 3x squared divided by 3 leaves me with x squared. Negative 30x divided by 3 gives me minus 10x. And 69 divided by 3 is 23. Let's do our completing the square. Take half of b. What is b? b is negative 10, so let me take half of that. So negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Now let me square that. Negative 5 squared is positive 25. I'm going to add that to both sides. So plus 25 here, plus 25 here. X squared minus 10x plus 25 equals 23 plus 25. That is 48. I'm going to factor this side. Remember, they're going to be the exact same, so I just need one parentheses and square that. And my x is going to be first, and then what I took to get 25, this 5, it's going to be second, is because the square root of 25 is 5. And then again, we got to figure out which sign we're doing. This is positive, this is negative, so again, it's going to be minus 5. 48. Let us take the square root of both sides. So we're left with x minus 5 over here. Square root of 48 is not an even number, so we need to find our factors of 48. And that's 4 2s and 1 3. So pull out my pairs. We got a 2 and a 2, and we're left with a 3. So we've got 4 square root of 3. We need to get x by itself. Oops, sorry. Add 5 to both sides. So x equals 5 plus or minus 4 square root of 3. Because we don't want decimal numbers, I want my radicals just simplified. This is our answer for this one. All right, try the others and some practice, and let me know if you have questions.